Okay, so I started looking at the second qigong because it's always bothered me how I watch people do it, and I see that the it's not being fully implemented, the kind of spirals that are available in the arms. And we started talking about this on Thursday a little bit. But I actually, on Friday, we looked at it again in the park, and we just did this simple kind of back and forth issue with the spiral that I think helps. And so I want to start with that. And so why don't we get going with that one? And okay, and so this one, I want to again kind of talk about the primacy of the middle finger. You know, it's a funny finger. It has it's got a lot of history, some good and some bad, you know, but and just think of that connection. The connection out the fingertips is really important, but the connection in the middle finger in particular, it controls the center axis of the column of the arm, okay, for spiraling, okay? And so we want to keep that alert and awake. So here, if my hand's asleep, I don't get it. So I really want to keep it, I want to keep the energy extended. Don't hyperextend. Don't hyperextend your hand. But this, don't keep it asleep. Okay, so a lot of times I see people kind of opening like this in the second qigong, and it's just kind of pressure. The jing is on this surface here. The real thing is it's rotating. It's rotating the whole time. So we're gonna just play with. We'll just start with one side, and we'll start in the shoot position. A couple things I want to point out. Be attentive to your head top. So when you gather, don't bring your head in too much. You can have the head come in slightly, but don't bring it in too much. The second thing is the hygiene of the elbow. Now I know we're at an age that some of us have really bad shoulders, even some surgery, things like that. So if you're working with a bad shoulder, definitely keep the elbow below the height of the shoulder, okay? And I typically do too. Even when I'm opening, I mean, I may open up to here, and if I come closer, you can see how my elbow is still below the height of my shoulder there. Here it looks like it's above when I go in that orientation to the screen. But keep the elbow below the height of the shoulder, okay? But I want you to extend your awareness up above your head, up here. So we're going to make an arc this way down, and then we're going to just arc right back up. Instead of going around in a big circle, I want to arc back and forth on the channel. So we'll just start up here in extension. Have a little flexion in your legs left, but then draw in, sink down and draw in, sucking in. And then as you go out, I want you to just push the finger out and come back up. Come down. Then push the finger out. Feel the energy in the heel of the palm. Come down. Push it out. Open, 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 rotate out. Suck in. This is Liu. This is G. This is pressing out, pressing all the energy out. Somebody has just arrived. Okay, let's try the other hand, the left hand, okay? So draw in. Push out and arc back up. Draw down and in. Push out. want you to connect this with your pelvis now too. Let the pelvis rock back. Let it rock forward. So here the hand is out. Here the palm is in. My pelvis is pushing my tailbone out behind the body. As I come forward, scoops forward. See if we can do this with two hands. Draw in. So keep the elbows out. You really feel the plucking. Open out. Suck in. Spiral out. Spiral in. So I want you to feel in your wrists. So here as we open, feel the wrist turning over. Spiral through the wrist. Here, draw down. Spiral up. I mean, I'm exaggerating, but this is spiraling out. Spiral in. Spiral out. Spiral in. Where are you connecting here? Your fingertips to your head top, but also to your coccyx, stretching you in two directions. Spiral in. Where's this getting you? This here, right up and through here. Pull in. Spiral out. Spiral in. Check it out. So I want you to feel this in, so we're also playing with plucking and splitting. And so let's go, I want to do the, I want to just do the polishing. And we'll start in your heels, start out here with your hands apart, draw in, push out, and keep your wrists and hands. So here, let the hands turn over, come up. See if we can get this going. Plucking, splitting, plucking, splitting, plucking, splitting. Okay, we're going to come out here now. We're going to reverse it. Pluck, split, pluck, split. This is really useful when you're doing push hands, this movement here. It feels like breaststroke. Heels, you're in your heels. Here, suck in. See how my elbows stay quiet? Suck in here. This is the plucking quality. Suck in here, plucking, split it apart. Draw in, push it apart. Feel it in your legs. Relax. So just because we're working in our shoulders doesn't mean you get tense. If you have bad shoulders, do it lower. I'll do it lower with you. But keep my hands right about the solar plexus height. As a matter of fact, everybody can do this. Come to the solar plexus, work with a different part of your body. Pluck in, split, pluck into the bubbling well, split into the heel, pluck in, touch your solar plexus, open. This is the reverse of the polishing that we do. This way we're doing this usually. So we're now doing this. Okay, relax. Just want to work with this energy in the hands again. Wrists. Start with the fingers. That's good. Start with the fingers. Rub the fingers with the thumb. That feels pretty good. Wrist. The elbows nice and low. Just check in with yourself. If you feel like this, just drop the shoulder energy, drop the shoulder business. Let's reverse this. Keep the elbows nice and quiet. Just put the spiral in the wrists. Feels good. Now let's get the elbows a little bit more. My body immediately just starts doing plucking and splitting. This is splitting, heels, plucking, bubbling well, heels, bubbling well, heels, bubbling well, heels, bubbling well. Kai, her, kai, her. Open, disperse, condense. Open, condense. Okay. And then let's get the shoulders. Listen your whole body. Feel what condensing feels like. And dispersing. So I want to go back to what we were just doing with both hands here. Out. See if you can feel condensing, dispersing, condensing. Feel the usefulness of the wrist. So this should be connected the whole time in the arms. So arm never just kind of, the arm does not go slack. So feel slowly, feel for it. Right through here, it has to really cup from the wrists. Here it has to spread out. Feel that continuous stretching. This is activating the fascia. These are part of the 9 wires into your body. Feel pressing out of the legs, how that pushes the energy into the arms. Suck in through the legs, draws the energy in. Pushing and pulling through the legs. Robert called this the internal weightlifting. Okay, relax.